Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video with Life of Chelsea for the bold and beautiful May 19, 2025. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know your thoughts on this new episode down below. So, spoiler alert, Hope got rehired, Steffi rehired her. But yeah, we're gonna start with Hope and Steffi. So they still was talking about Liam and the fact that he's dying. Steffi came over there to check on her. Hope ends up thanking her for telling her the truth about Liam, and they was just talking about that, and their girls are growing up without Liam, and they got to support each other and they family. What I tell y'all? I told y'all. I said I told y'all. I about to tell y'all. I told y'all. I said they over here, they be into it. They either be arguing over Liam, or they'll be into it. Then next thing you know, oh, we want a big extended family. Something happened, or some way they end up on the same page. But yeah, she ended up hiring her back. But yeah, Steffi stopped by to check on Hope. They end up talking about his illness and what they're going to do when he's gone and how, they can't believe it. And Hope, once again, was saying she's thankful that Steffi told her the truth. And they was just talking about Liam and how they need to come together and support their girls because they're going to grow up without Liam and stuff like that. Look like they already about to say him. I was like, oh my freaking goodness. How many times they gonna do this doggone storyline? Why they couldn't just I hate to say it like this, but I'm about to say, how come they can't just let him die? He don't be on there anyway. Might as well let him die. That sound harsh, don't it? I was saying, why they just gonna let him die? They always gotta sit up here and save somebody. But yeah, once again, they was talking about Liam and how they need to come together for their daughters and to support each other and get them through, what's to come and stuff like this. And I forgot who said something. I think Hope said something after Steffi said she wanted to take the first step. And she said, I want you to come. I skipped over something. What was it? I know she was saying how Steffi was saying how they need to come together because their girl's going to need Liam. I mean, the girl's going to need them because of Liam dying and stuff like that. And then Steffi, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that said something about they need to take steps to, improve or whatever and get back connected and whatever they said. A load of baloney. That's what they said. A load of baloney. So Steffi ends up saying once again she gonna take the first step. She wants her to come back to Force Creation. Hope was so excited, she jumped up. She's like, for real, are you serious or whatever? And she's like, yeah. So she ends up thanking her, and she was like, I'm sorry I realized I did a lot of thinking or whatever. Let me make sure I cover everything before we continue. She said Steffi told her that they family or whatever, so they got to get through this together. Hope ends up thanking Steffi, saying, I had a lot of time to think, and I realized that, my part in the takeover and stuff like that, and I'm sorry for all the pain I caused you and your family. I said, now I've been waiting on them to apologize to each other, but it wasn't necessarily, what I expected. Steffi did acknowledge. She was like, I understand why you felt like you had to do it or whatever. And Hope said she was sorry for the part she played. But I still feel like it should have been better than that. That's it, on both sides. Yeah, I know I've been talking about this for a long time. On both sides, it's supposed to be better than that. Steffi's supposed to be acknowledged that she fired her over something that she was wrong about because she wasn't trying to go out the fence. She was trying to go out the Carter. And then Hope did say the part she played and stuff like that. So she did take accountability. But did she take accountability because she got hired back first? Or because she really felt like she was wrong? Now, she did tell, I don't know, she told Brooke or Carter or somebody. She told somebody she realized the role she played. She did say that. Speaking of Hope getting rehired, they showed the preview. Because y'all know how on Fridays they showed the preview for the upcoming week's episodes. They didn't show it. Look, I was waiting. I did watch the episode Friday, but I didn't get a chance to do a review because I was out of town, y'all. But yeah, I was waiting. I've been looking for it because I wanted to know what was going to happen. But yeah, speaking of her getting rehired, Brooke's supposed to tell Reg that Hope got rehired. She got a job back. He told me, oh, really? I said, he better not say dilly freaking squat. He let Steffi make the choice, let her be the actual boss or whatever versus making the decision together every time. He ain't got nothing to say. He shouldn't have nothing to say. Sit there and shut up. Sit there and shut up. But yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, he said, oh, really? I was like, yeah, really. Yeah, really. The boss lady done already rehired. Ain't nothing you can say. I wonder if Hope gonna apologize, though. But I said, they keep saying how this isn't personal, it's business and stuff like this. But I said, wouldn't this be personal? You wouldn't hire her back because you fired her by mistake because you thought she was going out the fence. That's really why you fired her or whatever. You can't hire her back because you messed up. Well, I guess because of the takeover and she wasn't remorseful about it. I guess that. Because I was about to say, how you going to hire her back because Liam died? That's personal, ain't it? But yeah, to finish up with the preview for this week's episode, like I said, Brooke is telling Reg that Hope has been rehired. And he's like, oh, really? Carter is confronting Hope about what he overheard Daphne telling Steffi that she finna get ready to go back to town. Go back to town. Go back to Paris or whatever. I said, bye. Bye at this point. Cause you keep trying and you're not picking it up. You're not picking it up. But so far Carter didn't do it. He didn't do it. Y'all know how they see what they think they see or hear what they think they hear. I don't know if I said that right, but and then they go do something stupid. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. I said, about doggone time. About doggone time. But yeah, she saying she going back to town. I said it again. Lord have mercy. She said she going back to Paris. And what else? What else did they show? Oh, Liam. Dr. Buckingham, Steffi Finn gonna all be in the office, and Liam, I don't know if I said Liam or not. And he's saying, is there a chance? And she's saying there's something, but it could affect his quality of life. I said, they gonna save him. Ain't nothing gonna be wrong with his quality of life. They gonna save him. I said, what you do this for? I said, I'm so sick of this. They always just sit up here and have folks fake dying, then they they pop up with this miracle cure or something. How it go from, they can't save him. Even on today's episode, and I ain't even finished with the review yet. Even on today's episode, Leon went for more tests and they found out that nothing has changed or whatever. So I'm assuming they found some type of treatment. I said, man, just look. I don't know, y'all. For him not to be on the show, might as well let him die. But now, what else? I seen a spoiler that says Taylor and Brooke supposed to get into it about the fashion show. I sound sick of them too. And the last spoiler I remember is that Hope's supposed to tell Carter what's going on. Wait, I told a story. It's a two-part to that. Hope's supposed to tell Carter what's going on. They said that a couple reunites. So I'm assuming it's Hope and Carter at this point. But at the same time, it might be Brooke and Ridge. I doubt it though. I think he's still gonna what's it called? He's still gonna hold off for now. But he already spoke his truth. He said he been disappointing her their whole life or whatever. He not gonna do that no more. I said, that ain't what you supposed to say. If you really wanted her, she was really the one you wanted and stuff like that, that should never came out your mouth. But it wouldn't be the first time he done said exactly how he felt, and the people over here acting like they haven't heard him or whatever. But yeah, we already finished with Hope and Steffi. I think the last thing was them saying that they're gonna be there for each other because they family and stuff like that. Finn ends up telling Leon they want to run more tests, and they were just talking about Hope and Steffi and the kids. Leon ends up revealing that he told Hope to be with Carter, and they was talking about that. Finn ends up telling him, I know you're concerned about your family and stuff like that, but you need to save all that energy for yourself. He's like, are you saying there's a chance or whatever? He's like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not making any promises. I said, I see where they headed with this. But yeah, he's like, I'm not making any promises. So he ended up going to take tests, and he was waiting or whatever. And he was like, no change. There's no change or whatever. So Leon was like, he got to say goodbye to his girls, his daughters or whatever. And I said, oh. But then they want to sit up here and show this preview, talking about some doggone look. And I like Liam as a character. Well, I don't like him as a character. I just told a story. I don't like certain things he do. Or whatever, but at the same time, like I said, he don't be on the show anyway. Might as well. I wonder if they ever gonna bring new people. I know Daphne's new. Did I see something about somebody returning? I don't know. And the last people we got is Carter and Daphne. I said, I don't understand. Now, if you know that, okay, Hope was mad at you about two things. Now, I know you heard what you heard, or you thought you heard what you heard, or whatever. Well, you did hear what you heard. I ain't gonna make excuses for her. She said exactly how she felt. I don't give a crap. She said exactly how she felt. They over here trying to make it seem like, oh no, she only said that because Leon died. No, she's saying that because she been crazy about this man for a long time. But yeah, I don't understand how people think it's a bright idea or a good idea if two reasons why Hope said she was mad at you, because you didn't walk out with her or whatever, and you didn't talk to her about the takeover, returning the company back to these folks or whatever, and also that you kissed Daphne. Why would you think it's okay for her to come to your house and then sit up here and confide in her about the woman she been study telling you to leave and stuff? Then she over here telling Steffi she about to leave town. You need to go on go. What they said, go on go. At this point. But yeah, they was just talking, and she like, I ain't trying to hear none of that. He over here like, I thought Hope was different. I thought she wanted me, but apparently she didn't. She wanted Leon the whole time and all this other stuff. And she's like, yeah. Your future's right in front of you. What she keep saying? Your future right in front of you. But yeah, Carter was saying how he doesn't understand. He ends up telling Daphne she was right, that Hope wants Liam. That he overheard the conversation. It was actually Hope saying that she wanted to be with Liam, but Liam was encouraging her to be with Carter or whatever, and they was just talking about that. She ends up saying, no, I wrote down, I said, Daphne said, now's my chance. She ends up hugging Carter and comforting him and letting him know he could do much better than Hope. Anyways, he went to talk about how he want a family and a wife and stuff like that, and this always happens to him, about how this the only thing they want, a family and a wife and stuff like that. Well, you might want to stop going after people you know want somebody else. That's the first solution. Well, I'm kind of conflicted about this because although Hope did prove to me, she proved that she didn't want him on several occasions at this point. At this point, she definitely did. But I was about to say, I ain't gonna fully put it on Carter because Hope over here did act like she wanted him. She did like act like she was into him and stuff like that. So I ain't gonna fully put it on him this time around, y'all. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. What else happened? What was the last thing? Was she hugging? She kissed him on the side of the cheek, I think. Daphne Enzo kissed Carter on the side of the cheek. But yeah, once again, I think I repeated this 2 times already, so this make the 3rd time. She's supposed to tell Steffi that she's leaving town. But I'm wondering, like, okay, when does he find out that she only came to town the first? Well, it don't matter if he don't really want her in the first place. It really don't matter. But yeah, I think I covered everything. Let me make sure, though. I already said whole thing for Steffi told her. Carter revealed he wanted a family. Oh, Liam told Finn that when and if he dies, he wants him to bring Steffi and Hope together. I said, man, okay. But that's it, y'all. That's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day. Be safe.